Hey Vivants, how are you? It's a fun Tuesday here in Napa Valley. Well, actually, I'm not in Napa Valley. I'm in Marin County. I'm doing a little holiday shopping right before I get my main done down at Miller and May Macera, and I decided to stop in and have a quick glass of wine. And I did that because I felt like a lot of you are probably in the same boat, running around at the mall, likely nearby a Cheesecake Factory, which is usually some sort of staple in some of the bigger malls. If you hear the holiday music behind me, that's what's going on. So I figured I'd dive into the most well-lit place I could find outside and peruse at their wine list, which is really great, actually. They have a lot of really awesome selections here, so I'll show you here. So if you're out at the Cheesecake Factory, and this is going to be really hard to read, so maybe I'll just tell you what it is. They have everything from a rosé from Chapoutier, a few Pinot Grigio selections, a lot of your like standard wine choices. Hello, I don't know who just said hi, but hello. A lot of standard wine choices that you'll see across the country, so a lot bigger production. So the wines are not going to be your little small production wines, because they have a lot of people to accommodate. They do a lot of business here at the Cheesecake Factory. If you've never been, they have something for everyone. Literally, the menu is enormous. There's so many salads. There's everything. I usually get the chicken marsala. I've spent a lot of time at the Cheesecake Factory in my younger days, but I don't get there so much anymore living in Napa Valley because there's just not any around. So today I decided to choose the Lyric by Etude Pinot Noir. It's $10 a glass. Gave me a nice big pour here. Etude is a winery I'm familiar with, and something we do at Press, but from the Carneros part of their portfolio. This is going to be from Santa Barbara. It's 100% Pinot Noir, I'm assuming, so let's get into the nose. How do you become a sommelier? You drink a lot of wine. I'm just kidding. Start picking up some books. I think, you know, starting with the Wine Bible by Karen McNeil is always a good place to start. I loved Bianca Bosker's book called Cork Dork. I thought that was a great non-fiction perspective from someone who was not in the industry to someone who got into the industry, and she gives you a really great, she just tells a great story about what it's like to become a sommelier. So I highly recommend maybe reading that book. She gives you little pieces of information here and there that I think would help anyone who's considering getting into the business. It would help to illuminate a few things for you. So let's get into the wine. Now, as you maybe remember, Pinot Noir always gives off a lot of cherry. It can be very, very different as far as what kind of cherry, depending on what part of the world this is from. In Burgundy, where Pinot Noir is frequently found, you'll get a little bit more of that tart cranberry, a little bit more of the tart cherry, and hi Deldrick, and a little bit more minerality, a little bit more of those earth-driven tones. Here in California, a little bit riper, slightly more opulent. Of course, the lines are starting to be blurred a little bit with all of the different styles of Pinot Noir that are happening, but on the nose here, I get really nice, big, almost cherry pie-like on the nose, really rich, really beautiful, but not over the top. Great glass of wine, awesome minerality. Alcohol feels like slightly high. I get a little bit of a burn in the back of my throat, which tells me maybe just a little bit out of whack. But I really like the wine. It's mouth coating. It's not a heavy Pinot Noir. It's not a super light Pinot Noir. It's somewhere right in the middle. That fruit is nice and rich, but it's not over the top. It doesn't feel sweet, which I never like in a Pinot Noir. I like a Pinot to be just nice and evenly ripe. And this is tasting so delicious right now. I've been running around picking up gifts at Nordstrom right behind me there, and just trying to get things done before I head home for the holidays. I hope everyone's enjoying their time before Santa comes. If you're enjoying a particular wine, why don't you tell me in the comments and see maybe help a few people out that are holiday shopping or otherwise. Has anybody else been to the Cheesecake Factory in a while? I used to go a lot, and I haven't been in a while, but I'm happy to be back. It's got a really nice kind of umami finish at the end of it, almost like a soy sauce, which I always love in a Pinot Noir. You know, get this really nice big bright cherry fruit, but then at the finish it can be a little bit salty, a little bit more savory. almost has like an Asian spice at the end of it, and I'm really enjoying that in this wine. So again, this is Lyric. This must be a second label. I've never had it before, but this is Lyric by Etude from Santa Barbara. Let's see what Cheesecake Factory is charging. I think it's $10.50 for the glass. There's so many choices, I don't know where to start. Oh, they have sangria. They have everything here. Lyric by Etude, Santa Barbara County, $10.50 a glass, $40 a bottle. Done, son. I go to the Cheesecake Factory. I'm in Atlanta. Yeah, I mean, they're everywhere. Cheesecake Factory is awesome. Anything you could ever want, including wine. So I figured I'd pop in here. This seems like an opportune moment to get this live video done as promised. It's been super fun going through this every night for the month of December. If you haven't watched my video from Sunday that I did with Jerusha about my favorite holiday gifts, I definitely recommend watching that. You can also watch it on 2x speed. I know it's 40 minutes long. It's a comprehensive guide to what you should be buying your wine lovers this Christmas or buying for yourself. But there's also a giveaway associated with that. So if you leave me a comment in the bottom and tell me which gift from the video that's listed in the description you'd like to receive, you might win it. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I will see you all later and have a wonderful evening.